Well, good morning. It is another week that we've made it, February the 24th, 2016. Welcome to the Mike Prince Show. I am your host, Mike Prince. And as always, we try to come to you with a different side of view, a different point of view, a different way of just seeing the big picture. We're going to take us a break. We're going to talk about the presidential race runoff as a getting down to the nitty-gritty, if you will. And let's try to figure out what is and what's not, and then we'll continue to move on. Of course, we got to tell you about Prairie View Athletics, and it's been the hottest program right now, not only throughout the Southwest Athletic Conference, but throughout the nation. We'll hit on that in a little bit while, and we got a whole lot more coming up for you. We're going to take a break, pause for the calls, and we'll be right back. Let somebody know that the Mike Prince Show is on the air. Apple Ford Hyundai is a dealer you can count on. Apple's range of car services include new Ford Hyundai sales, used car sales, car loans, and auto financing. Certified Ford Hyundai Auto Service Department, full selection of Ford Hyundai auto parts and aftermarket accessories. Come on out to Brenham, Texas, and find out why Apple Ford Hyundai has been named the best kept secret in Brazos Valley. They're located at 1820 Highway 290 West in Brenham, Texas. You can dial their toll-free number at 888-898-6095. There's even an internet sales division. Simply go to www.appleford.com. Apple Ford Hyundai of Brenham, Texas. Hello, this is Mike Prince, the host of the Mike Prince Show, featured right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Just wanted to share with you that we have our app available where you can go and download it at Google Play absolutely free. You'll never miss another show. You can catch up with old archives, and you can pass it on. It's the gift that keeps on giving. The Mike Prince Show app available at Google Play absolutely free. Talk that makes sense. The Mike Prince Show right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. It's a new year, and that means tax season is here. And Gunderson's Bookkeeping can provide you with personal income tax preparation. For more information and schedule an appointment, call Gunderson's Bookkeeping at 936-372-2661. The Jazz Bar, located in Prairie View, Texas, is a great opportunity for you to have your next community event, whether it be nonprofit, funeral reception, community, charity, government, church, or individuals. The Jazz Bar has the accommodations to meet your need. The Jazz Bar is open Thursdays through Sundays, and you can schedule your private parties Mondays through Wednesdays. The Jazz Bar, located in Prairie View, Texas, dial 936-857-9566. Has your vehicle been giving you the blues? Contact our good friends at Larry's Automotive at 30540 FM 1488 in the Field Store area. Dial 936-931-5566. And welcome back to the Mike Prince Show. I am your host, Mike Prince, reminding you that you can follow us on Twitter at OBN_radio. Visit our website at OBN-radio.com. You can even check us out on Facebook at Open Mic Broadcast Network. That is OPEEN, capital MIC. That is all one word, Broadcast Network. We're on Instagram at OBN Radio. We're all over the place, so be sure to check us out as we continue to thrive and move forward to bring you the best that we have to offer throughout the community and beyond. Well, we'll start off this segment talking about the giant elephant in the room, and we're in the middle of a political campaign year for the next president of the United States of America, and Trump has done it again. You can say what you want to say. You could try to sweep it under the rug, but he wins Nevada in the caucus for the Republican Party, And the momentum continues to grow for Trump. Now everybody's saying that Trump is a joke, a forest. He's a race baiter and everything else. But the people are saying something, and I guess it is up to us to figure out what it is that the people are trying to say. I just report what is going on. Trump has gotten the attention of those in the Republican Party to be the front runner. Jeb Bush has said enough is enough, and it's narrowing down. It was 3 standing. It might be down to 2 standing. But the momentum for Trump is not going away. So I guess the bottom line we got to say is when do you start really tuning in to hear what he's saying underneath the surface? Because we all know that the world of politics, it is what it is. People say one thing, mean another, and it's kind of iffy at times if it's really what I'm seeing. But Trump is saying something, he's doing something, and maybe it's time for people to really, really start paying attention, at least for a little while, to find out what exactly Mr. Trump is talking about. Meanwhile, the town hall meeting that took place in North Carolina between Hillary and her opponent, man, slipping my mind just that quick, but okay, we'll move on with that. Their bottom line was they wanted to attack 3 issues: paid speeches to Wall Street or from Wall Street, the race situation in America, and the youth vote. Now, we have Bernie. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember. Bernie. Bernie is throwing up the fact that, hey, I don't have anything to hide. I got nothing from Wall Street as far as paid speeches are concerned. And so the attack is that how can Hillary legally and consciously go after the very people who've put money in her pockets? And so that's a valid point. It's an absolute valid point. And the fact that race is an issue in this country, has been an issue in this country, and will continue to be an issue in this country. And there's no need for us to act like that it doesn't exist. There's no need to act like an ostrich and stick your head in the sand and hoping that it goes away. It's not going to go away until it's addressed. And once it's even addressed, it's not going to forever go away. It is the nature of people. It is the nature of our society. Society, whether we want to accept it or not, is full of haters. Whether it's on a racial motivation, whether it's on a sexual motivation, whether it's on a financial motivation, whatever the motivation is, the world is full of haters. But we have to understand that just because people are hating on you doesn't necessarily make it mean that it's right. Doesn't necessarily make it mean that it's wrong either. You have to be able to take the good with the bad. It's called life. And as long as we're living, as long as we're existing and coexisting with one another, we're going to have people who are going to agree to disagree with you, who are going to love what you have to say, who are not going to want to hear what you have to say. That's part of the breaks. And I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. Now, the fact of the matter, to me, what's more important than anything, I would love for everybody to fall in love with Mike Prince, because I happen to think that Mike Prince is a pretty good guy, a pretty awesome guy. He's a community guy. He's a family guy. He's a spiritual guy, and he's a natural leader. But not everyone's going to like Mike Prince. And guess what? I have to learn how to love myself enough to get over those who don't like me. It's just the way it is. And until you can like yourself and love yourself enough that you can walk through hell and high water regardless of what your haters are saying, then you're going to forever have a challenge in this thing we call life. So learn how to love yourself. The race issue is going to stay. Well, why do you say that, Mike? That sounds like you're giving up. No, I'm not giving up on it. I'm accepting it for what it is. I put it in its perspective order, and I move on and carry on with the things I can handle. Things that are beyond my control, why sweat them? Things that are beyond, I can't go knock on the door of every person that does not like me for whatever reason, whether it's my skin tone, whether it's my voice tone, or whether it's just the way I walk. If you don't like me, that's on you. But I have to have enough confidence within me. I have to have enough confidence within the visions and the purpose that I'm here to carry on with or without your support. And that's the bottom line. So, yes, race is an issue. But it's also an issue that we as African Americans got to hold our end of the bargain up as well. We don't like to talk about it much. We don't like to look at it much. But we are creating some of these problems from within. And then we expect the people outside the problems to have empathy and sympathy and say, well, if you're doing it to yourselves, why should it matter if we do it or not? But that's something that we have to continue to work on. I even talked about the youth vote, how everybody is, gravitating toward the youth vote. And it is very important that the youth understand what is going on. It's very important that the youth get in tune and in touch with the issues and not emotions. We have a lot of times where politicians love to thrive on the youth and their emotionalism and get them to get so emotionally tied up into issues and subjects that, yea, they may understand and yea, they may not understand completely what's going on. But we need to sit our youth down and let them decide for themselves what is and what's not acceptable for their standard and their quality of life, because they are the future of this country. And we got to stop putting blinders on people. We got to stop being so mind controlling that we don't allow people to freely sift through the facts, not the feelings, not the rhetoric, but the facts. And the facts are, we need, as concerned voters, as concerned citizens, we need to wade through the waters, if you will, to find out what is really going on. And if you really boil that down, when it comes time for your presidential elections, hopefully you can make a conscious decision. When it comes time to your regional state elections, you can make a sound decision. When it comes down to your local community decisions, you can make a sound decision. Because it's not about who puts out the most signs. It's not even about who shakes the most hands. It's about the facts in which you're standing on, the facts in which you're operating on. And when you get down to the nuts and bolts of things, the truth will always be the truth. Well, I guess I've given my political spiel on that, but I'm going to go one more time. The problem that I'm seeing with our entire political structure, the problem that I'm seeing is this. Politicians are trying to fix something that was spiritually and divinely set. What are you talking about, Mike? I don't understand what you're talking about. Just hear me out real quickly, and I promise this is not going to turn into a sermon, but for me, and I know everyone does not believe the way I would believe, but I'm going to read one passage. I'm going to get in and out of it and let you decide for yourself. And it comes from Isaiah 9:6. And it simply says, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace." Now, I don't have to spell that out to who the passage is referring to. And I'm saying all this to say that, well, his name is Jesus. In case someone say, well, say his name. His name is Jesus. But to clarify, Part of the problem that we have in our political structure as it is that we have carnal people in spiritual positions for the betterment of all God's people. I want you to think about that. Carnal people in spiritual positions to govern all God's people. If the government was formed on his shoulders, how about letting the politicians step aside and let some of the spiritual leaders have a shot at it? Just my thoughts. Think about that while we take this break. You listen to the Mike Prince Show right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Community Radio on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, 87.9 FM, Prairie View, Texas.
It's a medical breakthrough. Doctors are prescribing something new to help prevent cancer and improve survival rates. But you don't get it filled at the pharmacy. The answer is as close as your local supermarket. That's right. Research has shown that a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, beans, whole grains, and other high-fiber vegetarian foods protects against cancer and can even help survival rates. Side effects of a vegetarian diet include increased energy, lower cholesterol levels, and better overall health. And with the right recipes, a high-fiber vegetarian diet can be a delicious way to help shed those unwanted pounds. So, stock up today. For a free nutrition booklet filled with delicious cancer-fighting recipes, visit cancerproject.org or call 866-906-WELL. That's 866-906-WELL. This message brought to you by the Cancer Project, committed to preventing cancer and improving survival.
While cutting molding with a 12-inch dual compound miter saw, while holding a newborn baby in your arms, when face-to-face with a congregation of alligators, with the ball in your hands and the entire freaking season on the line.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? NASCAR driver Casey Kane here, asking you to please stop the text. And together, we can stop the wrecks.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Get the message at stoptextstopwrecks.org.
What if I told you that for $36, you could make a big difference? At $36 a year, you can become a listening partner with the Open Mic Broadcast Network. This annual donation would help us continue the success of our broadcast throughout Waller County. Visit our website at ktorradio.com and become a listening partner today. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back to the Mike Prince Show. I am your host, Mike Prince. We come to you each and every Wednesday from 8 to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Be sure to spread the word about. You can listen to our show directly through our website at OBN-Radio.com. You can even go to our gospel section at KTORradio.com. You can even check us out on Spreaker.com. That's spelled SPREAKER.com. Look up Open Mic Broadcast Network. As a matter of fact, you can even subscribe and you'll never even miss an opportunity when we do anything live through this part of our network, whether it be ball games, this, that, and the other. And if you want to hear the Mike Prince Show and all its episodes throughout its entirety, we have a free app that you go to the Google Plus store and look for the Mike Prince Show app. Download it today and never, ever, ever miss a show. I want to give a shout out to my loving wife, Stephanie. She chimed in and let me know that she's listening. I hope that you're doing well with your little old sexy self. But it's all good in the hood. As we continue on right now with the sports section of this week's show. And we got a lot to talk about. I don't know if we'll run through the entire segment and might have to dissect this thing and break it down. But we'll go right now with the hottest thing rolling right about now, and as far as PV Nation is concerned, and it has to be the men's basketball program. A couple of weeks back, there was a changing of the guards, if you will. At that time, assistant coach Byron Smith was given the duties to continue on for the remainder of the 11 games at that time that remained on the schedule for the Panthers, leading to the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And lo and behold, you would have to open up against the number one school in the conference, that being Texas Southern Tigers. Had a thrilling victory over Texas Southern, winning 59-55. From there, okay, we'll see what happens with how you deal with the Grambling Tigers. Grambling Tigers come in and you win the battle against Grambling. So things starting to look a little promising. But there's always the skeptics in the room and talking about, okay, you did this, now let's try that. So next on the agenda, you would have to go on and take on a few more opponents, and then you lose to, if I'm not mistaken, I want to make sure I get this right. I don't want to misquote anything. You beat Grambling 60-56, and then you go and you lose to Jackson State 80-66, and people going like, oh, now wait a minute, maybe reality is selling back in. Then you go on the road and take care of Arkansas Pine Bluff 57-55, and you get a thrilling win against Mississippi Valley State. Jaron Johnson shoots a three-point attempt, leans into the defender, and sinks all three free throws to ice the victory for the Panthers on the road, 63-61. And the Panthers, when you look at it, are now winners of 4 of their last 5 contests. And it makes you wonder, where has all this been? How could all this be? The Panthers now in a tie for 6th place, as they are behind Alabama A&M with the conference record of 5-9. Wasn't too long ago, ladies and gentlemen, that this team was 1-8 in conference play. Has Byron Smith done enough to be awarded at least an opportunity to continue the full coaching capacity with the removal of interim bases? Maybe. Is there still some room to improve and to even prove how you can do this and add to your legacy? Yes, it is. So the jury is still out, but I think they're coming to a very, very good verdict and a very easy to choose verdict. You can check out some of the post-game interviews that we've had exclusively with Coach Byron Smith and assistant coach Keenan Curry on our website at Open Mic Broadcast Network or OBN-Radio.com, or you can go directly to Spreaker and download it right there. As a matter of fact, go to Spreaker, become a subscriber, and you'll get all the latest and the greatest going on. I told you we talked about a whole bunch of athletics that's going on throughout PV Nation. Bowling team was ranked 23rd throughout the nation. 23rd throughout the nation. I don't think we quite understand what that means. That they're not just on the radar, but they're in the top 25 of the entire nation. And you got to tip your hat to Glenn White and the Prairie View A&M University bowling team, representing well, staying under the radar. But that's why we do what we do here at the Mike Prince Show and the Open Mic Broadcast Network. There is so much quality, there's so much good going on throughout PV Nation and the Southwestern Athletic Conference that it's not enough microphones to tell of all this goodness. But yet, there are very few that step out and do it. And we take pride, honor to present and lay out the facts as they are, which will lead me to another subject that I had, but let me finish on. I don't want to get beside myself. Spring football. Yes, spring football will be kicking off March 21st. Can you believe that? March 21st. Next month, we'll be talking about spring football when it seemed like we just got out of football. But the annual Purple and Gold game is scheduled for April the 16th. April 16th. Don't have the quite times yet, but stay on the tune and the lookout for that, as we'll continue to give you all the latest and the greatest that's going on. You got also one of the newest additions to the Prairie View athletic family, and that is the new head baseball coach and really an entire coaching staff, that of Mr. Antoine Riggins. The Panthers opened up this weekend in the Major League Baseball Urban Youth Academy tournament, where it was 6 teams that were selected by MLB to come down and play to kick off the college baseball season in New Orleans, Louisiana. And it was Louisiana Tech, University of New Orleans, Alcorn, Southern, Grambling, and of course the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. The Panthers walk away with a 2-1 overall record in that contest. And what an impressive win it was for the Panthers. The Panthers lost game 1 to Louisiana Tech by the score of 7-0. But don't let that score fool you. At least 5 errors were committed during the contest. And ladies and gentlemen, if you really understand the nuts and the bolts of baseball, you won't beat a lot of teams making 5 errors. So the Panthers lose game 1, 7-0. But then they come back on day 2, and they take on the Southwestern Athletic Conference Eastern opponent, the Alcorn State Braves. And they win a thriller, final at bat of the 9th inning, and pull out the 1-run victory by the score of 11-10. And to cap things off, on Sunday, they took care of their Western opponents, that being the Grambling State Tigers. And what a pitching performance by Southmore pitcher outfielder Darren Williams. Goes 8 1/3 of an inning, gets 7 strikeouts for the Panthers' victory. And the Panthers hold on, had a 4-1 lead going into the 9th inning, and hold on to win 4-3. As we mentioned, the Panthers are under a new coaching order, led by first-year coach Antoine Riggins. His assistants are Brian White. We fictionally call him B. White. And you have Mr. Terry Burrell, the pitching and catching coach, and Joe Bennis. He's almost like a student coach, grad assistant / if you will. But they've rallied around these young men, have reinvested, brushed up on some fine tools, and yet it's still early in the season, but you got to like the start that they're off to. Also, all these games on the road can be listened to exclusively on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The Open Mic Broadcast Network will be bringing you all of the games live that are on the road for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. And that means tonight. Yes, February 24th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. The Panthers will take on the SEC opponents, Texas A&M Aggies. Now, the Aggies were victorious over Stephen F. Austin on last night, 24-1. And it is very, very intriguing to see how the Panthers will respond to the Aggies right down the road. So be sure to check us out. Pre-game show is scheduled for 5:45 p.m. First pitch will be at 6 p.m. And you can catch it right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Simply go to our website at OBN-Radio.com. Click on and enjoy the game. We're going to even provide the game that you can listen through our TuneIn app at tunein.com. Look for Open Mic Broadcast Network. Click on the player and enjoy the game. And just in case you don't have internet access, we got you covered as well. Simply dial this number, 724-444-7444. I know it's a lot of fours. I'll give it to you again. 724-444-7444. Enter in the code 46493 and enjoy Panthers baseball exclusively on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And I also want to give a congratulations to Prairie View A&M University track team. They finished 5th, I believe, in the championships. So we want to tip our hats off to Coach Clay and to Coach Williams for rallying around and doing a great job and working things out with our student athletes. We're going to take a break, and we come back. I'm going to talk to you about something that really, really, really gets under my skin from time to time, and it has to do a whole lot about respecting the SWAC as a whole. Keep it where you got it, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Mike Prince Show. I am your host, Mike Prince. We're going to pause for the calls and be right back. It's a new year, and that means tax season is here.
And Gunderson's Bookkeeping can provide you with personal income tax preparation. For more information and schedule an appointment, call Gunderson's Bookkeeping at 936-372-2661.
The Jazz Bar, located in Prairie View, Texas, is a great opportunity for you to have your next community event, whether it be nonprofit, funeral reception, community, charity, government, church, or individuals. The Jazz Bar has the accommodations to meet your need. The Jazz Bar is open Thursdays through Sundays, and you can schedule your private parties Mondays through Wednesdays. The Jazz Bar, located in Prairie View, Texas, dial 936-857-9566.
In the last 30 years, childhood obesity in America has tripled. Today, 1 in 3 kids is already overweight or obese. This is registered dietitian Melissa Joy Dobbins for the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Good nutrition is key to fighting childhood obesity. These tips can help your child stay healthy. Recruit them to the kitchen. Preparing meals teaches kids about healthy foods like lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and low-fat dairy. Make sure to get 60 minutes of physical activity every day. Make it a family activity. And avoid sugary or caffeinated beverages. Give kids water, low-fat milk, and 100% fruit juices. To keep your whole family healthy, see a registered dietitian and visit www.eatright.org. Encouraging you to eat right, I'm registered dietitian Melissa Joy Dobbins with the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Resources are available for military families. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Time out! Okay, guys, Summers really had his bell rung and could have a concussion. I'm pulling him out for the game. Rodriguez, you're in for Summers.
Come on, Coach. It's just a ding. I'll shake it off.
Yeah, he's tough. Plus, we need to win this to make the playoffs.
Listen, we're a team and we need to look out for each other. Concussions are serious. No game is more important than your health.
Take concussions out of play. If you're a coach, know the warning signs and never let athletes return to play before a healthcare professional says it's okay. A message from CDC.
Hello, this is Mike Prince with the Open Mic Broadcast Network, and I would like to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for making the Open Mic Broadcast Network one of the #1 growing networks throughout the nation. Our services here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network has been predicated on 3 simple factors: love what you do, simplify what you do, and master what you do. This is what we live by here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. At this time, we are asking you to join forces with us by becoming a listening partner. For $36 a year, your donation can go towards us to continue providing you with quality programming that you can only hear right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Go to our website, KTORradio.com. Go to the sports section and make your donation today. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
And welcome back to the Mike Prince Show. I am Mike Prince, and I guess it's all right to be me if you're me. Anyway, I want to thank you all so much for just tuning in, being a part of this entire process. It has been a labor of love, and we're continually growing, and we couldn't do this without the support throughout the country. I mean, yes, we're embraced locally, but we have people that have reached out from all over the country, and we thank you all very, very much. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter at OBN_radio. That's OBN_radio. We're on Instagram at OBN-Radio. We're even on iHeartRadio. It's OBN Sports. We're on Tuned In, which is under Open Mic, OPEEN, capital MIC, one word, Broadcast Network. We're all over the place, and we're giving you in-depth coverage, not only of Prairie View, but we cover Waller County as a whole, all the local high schools within Waller County. We do some coverage for Wharton County Junior College, take care of St. Louis Public High School, and we cover the SWAC. When I say we cover the SWAC, we cover the SWAC. We have working relationships with Alabama State, Mississippi Valley, Texas Southern. We have working relationships with Alabama A&M, Jackson State, and the list goes on and on, which leads me to a problem that I've been having. I guess I would say the last 3 to 4 years. Now, we've been covering Waller County sports, Prairie View sports in particular, for about, what's this? Since 2016, 14 years now. Being an alumnus of Prairie View, being a former baseball player at Prairie View, I saw a problem, came up with a solution, and after 14 plus years of exclusive coverage and doing this, that, and the other, you still have to deal with some stuff, if you can read between those lines. What am I talking about? There are regional contests that are held throughout the NCAA, and for the most part, they run through the universities of Rice and the University of Houston. This year, we happen to have Texas Southern included in on the Final Four. Final Four is going to be in Houston this year. And so, we're part of the media. We go, let's go ahead and apply for our credentials. We report, we do games, we cover the SWAC tournaments. We're part of the media. Well, it appears, and I use that term affectionately, that it appears that we're asked to jump through hoops and even more hoops for some stinking passes. And I'm going like, is it really, really that critical? Is it really that crucial as we get down towards the Final Four that'll be taking place with the SWAC tournaments and the other tournaments and things are going to be coming on real soon? And so, everybody makes this mad scramble. And I understand that you have to weed out people who are pretenders. You have to weed out folks who are fakers and shakers. I understand all of that. But when you're dealing with these institutions such as Rice and the University of Houston, and the last I checked, I could be wrong, but when it comes to SWAC coverage in particular, the Open Mic Broadcast Network has been there when Texas Southern plays Texas A&M, when Prairie View plays Rice, when Prairie View plays U of H. But yet these same people that you interact with, they act like they don't know you, or they act like they don't remember you, and that's fine. We talked about haters later. But here is my remedy on how you deal with haters in your life. You got to let the haters hate. Because while the haters hate, you elevate. What are you saying, Mike? Don't waste precious air trying to prove to folks that you belong. Simply outwork them. And my advice to anyone who may be in a situation that does not seem favorable to you, whether it be on your job, whether it be in a situation to dealing with playing time if you're an athlete, whatever the case may be, if you're not pleased with your current situation, work your way out of it. Don't waste idle time complaining about what's not being done, what's unfair. Pull up your pants, roll up your sleeves, work even harder to get yourself out of that situation. And when the other people start to realize that you mean business, that you're not going anywhere, that this is what you do, and this is how you do it, guess what? They're going to have to recognize your game and your status and what you bring to the table. So, to those who may be facing opposition, to those who may be in a particular jam at this particular moment that I'm speaking to you, hold your head up. Keep fighting. Because the old saying is true, anything worth having you got to fight for sometime. And it's not going to stop who we are and what we do for the Southwestern Athletic Conference and for all the schools that are connected to it. 14 years ago, I saw a problem. And yeah, we could have cried and complained and moaned and groaned and even, picket if you want to. But once you get done picketing, you got to have a remedy to the solution. You got to have a remedy to the problem. A solution. You got to have something, because after I've gotten your attention, okay, you've gotten my attention, now what? What do you want me to do? How do you want me to say it? That's when action comes into play. So we made another rededication, if you will, to the Southwestern Athletic Conference, to Prairie View A&M University, who I so much love and adore. We're not going anywhere. And we'll keep doing what we're doing, how we do. If they give me a corner, I'll take that corner. If they give me a chair, I'll take that chair. If they give me an entire aisle, I'll take that aisle. But you best believe we're going to work for everything that comes our way, and will not be defeated. That's just how we roll, and that's the way it's going to be. I'm Mike Prince. You're listening to the Mike Prince Show. Might seem like I'm fussing, but I'm just passionate about what I do. I love what I do. I simplify what I do, and I try to master what I do. And that's what we've been trying to push the brand, push the product of Prairie View A&M University and the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Want to give you a program reminder. Tonight, the Prairie View A&M University Panthers will be taking on the Texas A&M Aggies live from Bluebell Park. First pitch is scheduled for 6 p.m. We plan to be there with bells on. Will you join us for the party? Prairie View and the Aggies hooking it up and making it happen. This is Mike Prince. We are going to yet slip out of here one more time. We'll come back with our final segment. Yeah, I know it's a final segment. You're like, Mike, we're running a little fast today, but that's okay. We're going to come back with our final segment, talk about some things, work some things out, and let it go from there. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
Type 2 diabetes is a serious chronic health threat in America. It affects tens of millions of people. Many people who have the disease don't know it. Diabetes can cause health problems such as heart disease, strokes, amputations, and blindness. Talk to your doctor, get screened if you're at risk, and learn how to avoid becoming one of the millions of new cases of diabetes each year. You can help prevent type 2 diabetes. A message from CDC and HHS.
Little League Baseball, High School Baseball, Junior College Baseball, NCAA Division I Baseball. Baseball is in the air. And at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, our motto is, have gloves, we'll travel. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics. The Jazz Bar, located in Prairie View, Texas, is a great opportunity for you to have your next community event, whether it be nonprofit, funeral reception, community, charity, government, church, or individuals. The Jazz Bar has the accommodations to meet your need. The Jazz Bar is open Thursdays through Sundays, and you can schedule your private parties Mondays through Wednesdays. The Jazz Bar, located in Prairie View, Texas, dial 936-857-9566. Has your vehicle been giving you the blues? Contact our good friends at Larry's Automotive at 30540 FM 1488 in the Field Store area. Dial 936-931-5566. Apple Ford Hyundai is a dealer you can count on. Apple's range of car services include new Ford Hyundai sales, used car sales, car loans, and auto financing. Certified Ford Hyundai Auto Service Department, full selection of Ford Hyundai auto parts and aftermarket accessories. Come on out to Brenham, Texas, and find out why Apple Ford Hyundai has been named the best kept secret in Brazos Valley. They're located at 1820 Highway 290 West in Brenham, Texas. You can dial their toll-free number at 888-898-6095. There's even an internet sales division. Simply go to www.appleford.com. Apple Ford Hyundai of Brenham, Texas. It's a new year, and that means tax season is here. And Gunderson's Bookkeeping can provide you with personal income tax preparation. For more information and schedule an appointment, call Gunderson's Bookkeeping at 936-372-2661.
And welcome back to the Mike Prince Show. We are in our final segment, and time surely flies when you're having fun. I hope that this show helps in whatever capacity that it helps in. Even if it's old therapeutic for no guy like me, I'm glad that you guys are a part of it and find enough about it to share it with your friends and keep people going on and all of that good stuff. I want to remind you that we are in the middle of our listening partner drive. Started February 1st and will continue on to March 15th. This is the time of year where we try to get as much listening partner support that can help us to continue on these programs. We just finalized a deal on yesterday with the Waller County Sports Association where the Little League Baseball play will begin March 21st all the way through May 21st. The championship will be on June 13th. And we're going to provide some coverage to encourage our youth and bring families together and help continue to do what we do for this community. part of this community, love this community, and we do what we can to enhance the community. But it's when you become a listening partner, you help us undergird programs such as that. You can go to our website at OBN-Radio.com, and you can see a PayPal button in the top right-hand corner. You have 3 levels. You can go $12. That's what we promote mostly. You can go $24 or $36 a year. So bottom line, it comes out to $3 a month, $2 a month, or $1 a month. Whichever one. You might not even have it. You might say, I can only do 50 cents a month. That's fine. Every little bit helps, and it all makes a difference because we're in this together. So we're not trying to offend anyone. Even if the amounts seem to be too much, give what you can. And I promise you, it goes towards a worthy cause. Just for the record, and I'm finding this out as I've entered my name into this political race for the position of mayor for the city of Prairie View. We've done a lot of things that have been under the radar. And that's just the way that I've always done it. But I'm finding out that unless you say anything, people won't know. We may mention that in 2002 is when we started broadcasting these games. For Prairie View, baseball in particular, Waller, Hempstead, Royal. And for the majority of those times, it was done out of my very own pockets. People would ask me, well, which one is your kid? I said, I don't have a kid out here. They're all my kids. That's how much I believe in this community that I've been a part of since 1988. And I'll continue to do that. Over time, over years, people have caught the vision, and we've had supporters, and we continue to add some supporters, and I thank you so much. What I've learned over years is that people spend time trying to figure out what their purpose is when the purpose is already within them. And I believe in serving to the best of my abilities with what I have. If I only have A, I work A until A can't stand anymore. And then A will lead me to B, and so on and so forth. So I've always been one to work with what I have and try to be a problem solver and not a problem addition. So with that being said, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you who have supported, have continued to support, and will support in the future the endeavors of the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our motto is serving the community through faith and athletics. And every dime that you support or send to the operation of the Open Mic Broadcast Network is greatly appreciated. And I can't tell you thank you enough. Be sure to share this with a friend or a loved one. OBNRadio.com. Go and see the PayPal button. Whatever amount you can give is muchly appreciated. If you happen to be listening and you're not a type of person that want to do over the line anything, you can simply submit a check to Open Mic Broadcast Network, OPEEN, capital MIC, Broadcast Network, P.O. Box 891, Prairie View, Texas, 77446. That is P.O. Box 891, Prairie View, Texas, 77446, and submit your donation today. We've got the football schedule for the Panthers posted on our site. You can weed through that and see when the games are going. But I can tell you Labor Day Classic is going to start September the 3rd. Happens to be my mom's birthday. Spring football, purple and gold game, will be on April the 16th. Purple and gold or spring tryouts or spring football workouts will start March 21st. Prairie View A&M University baseball live tonight from Bluebell Park. 6 p.m. first pitch. Panthers and the Aggies. The SEC versus the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Will the Panthers have enough to pull off a David versus Goliath tonight? Coach Antoine Riggins has the Panthers focused in and ready to go. Let's see how it all unfolds tonight. Join us exclusively at the Open Mic Broadcast Network for Panther baseball coverage all season long. Once again, in case you had not heard, I, Michael W. Prince, am running for the position of mayor for the city of Prairie View. And all I ask is that you Google my name and you find out for yourself if you believe that I'm the right person to lead this community to the next step. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for listening and supporting not only the Mike Prince Show, but the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Until next week, be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side. Bye.